about it, folks. Thank you very much. Yes, let's get into this matchup. Virtus Pro versus OG. I mean, it's an awesome series to start the game. Steven, are you excited?
You're a trusty mage.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, we got a couple of throwbacks here, and one of the things I'm most interested in is like them just picking up this Alchemist first phase. It's really given me flashbacks to, I believe it was the We Play League, where they went with the Huskar in the safe lane for mid one, and they did this over and over again, and it didn't go very well. Yet they were really stubborn on making it work, and in the end, it kind of just, it didn't really impress anybody, and they kind of flopped out the tournament. So I'm wondering if this Alchemist thing is going to be this thing around. I mean, has this been popular in high MOR games, or is this something relatively uncommon, which OG are busting out here?
The battle begins.
Well, a bit of trading going on here as we start off this game. Did this boar just get taken by the Enchantress and then taken back by No Tail? So that boar has been on an adventure already, trading hands between 3 different players, and now chasing down Ilias. What is this? This boar is so disloyal, he just keeps changing teams. He's like, no, I want to be on Radiant. No, I want to be on Direct. No, I want to be on Radiant. I'm an OG fanboy. No, I'm a VP fanboy. Who will he end up staying for, is the question. Are they going to keep this going, is the other question. Damn, that's a tanky boar. Yeah. No, she is not. No, she is not. All right, interesting start to the bottom lane. Meanwhile, over at mid, we've got Thompson versus GPK, the Morphling versus the Kunkka. How does this matchup usually go?
Your idol falls.
Where are you going?
Yes, taking a couple of hits down the bottom lane, but yeah, I mean, it's all about just trying to get the Morphling low enough, force him to morph a bit of Agi, morph a bit of Strength, sorry, and try and reduce his right-click damage, basically, which GPK will try and do his best. I mean, it's kind of an interesting lane here because, obviously, just between the 2 players, I think they're very similar in play style and in terms of, you know, Thompson was that up-and-coming talent about 3 years ago. GPK has been tagged by just about everybody now as one of the most exciting new talents to the scene. Ooh, getting very low, yeah, on this Beastmaster. Forced to back himself away, but will be okay. Yeah. Oh, he's got Chen.
Forget it.
Oh yes, that's a lovely combination, isn't it? I mean, these guys, they've clearly done their research on these lanes and say, yeah, okay, this is gonna be very nice. You might take a bit of harass, all good. Just bungee cord him back to base and bring him straight back again. Similar to what GPK can do on this Kunkka as well once he gets that X marks at bridge. But so far, a pretty sleepy lane phase. Let's have a little visit to the top lane, which you haven't talked about so much. Thompson, he's just being Morphling in middle lane. Nothing really exciting going on here. So yeah, Saxa kind of playing around the poles with save. Looks like mid one is having a slow start, but it looks like they've been pretty successful in disrupting the creep wave here for the side of VP up at top. Hopefully, that's we love to see a bit of explosions, a little bit of dynamic gameplay coming out, and that's what both of these teams are most certainly going to offer in this game. It's interesting as well. We were actually talking about the Magnus before the game started, and you were saying that you weren't really expecting to see a whole lot of Mag, or at least it hasn't been popular in the high MMR games. But Virtus Pro clearly still stuck in this Mag meta here. Do you think this hero works well in the off lane?
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, very close in the mid lane as well as Thompson tries to run for the DD and just about manages to grab it. But yeah, Notel getting real low. Might be your first blood and they will bring him down. Ilias and Epileptick1d get the kill at last down in the bottom lane. It is a lot of damage when this Enchantress goes for the impetus point in the level 2. And fortunately, Notel figured that one out the hard way.
Deny.
Meanwhile, a lot of pressure being put up in the top lane as well onto the Radiant heroes as the creep comes under their tower. They will be okay though. About all they can do is harass. Yeah, so mid one and Saxter fighting pretty hard for its save. He wants to interrupt, but he knows that he can't without throwing his life away. But meanwhile, VP will be able to grab at least one down at the bottom. And yeah, it's just going to be a 2 for 2, so nothing overexciting for OG. They would like to get more, but with the heroes they've got, that's not really much of a possibility. As GPK and Thompson just kind of trading hits at mid lane as per usual. Very, very tricky for this Morphling to actually fool this middle lane to a conquer. But he is doing very well when it comes to CS though. 27 and 7 to 50, and wow, he's doing really well, GPK actually. Guy is pretty good at this video game. I think that's fair to say, and Thompson's finding this one out as they get into this one. Yeah, so he's gonna have to try and find some recovery somewhere. Will that come from the jungle, or will it be the classic Thompson gameplay of just kind of fighting? Oh, Saxter actually able to grab the illusion rune here, saving GPK. Are they gonna actually be able to bring him down? I mean, they're not actually able to do anything to him. Saxter's just allowed to take the illusion rune and walk away from 2 heroes. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and with that being said, I mean, Thompson just made a huge comeback in the middle lane after getting about 2 or 3 waves of uncontested creeps. He's been able to just rocket back up in CS to be neck and neck with GPK once again. So there you go. That narrative unwound itself just as quickly as it came up. There we go. Very volatile middle lane at this point. Very quiet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, living the dream. Top of the CS chart, top of the net worth chart as well, obviously, because he is an alchemist. And starting things off with this Void Stone as his second item after the phase boots. So clearly just wants the mana to spam out these acid sprays and these chemical rages, and along with the chemical rage, he's going to have a lot of mana regen to just kind of be sticky in this jungle and stay on map.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower.
Well, they're moving up
is
into the
under
Alchemist
attack.
here. Mid one's going to be the target. The boat's coming on down, but the guy is pretty tanky, but the boat comes crashing through, and mid one is going to get finished off by GPK and saved. Nice rotation from the two of them. Nice combination of spells, and that is going to put an end to the Alchemist in the jungle. Great little play there by VP. Oh, and I love this as well.
Dire's top tower
Immediately
is under
moving up
attack.
top, looking to put pressure on this tier 1 tower. I mean, if you take this tier 1 tower early enough, then you're just going to open up this entire jungle, and this Alchemist is suddenly going to start to feel very suffocated. And look at this, 4 heroes up here. I mean, most of the team are up, taking down this tier 1. OG's answer, well, they're going to pressure the bottom at the same time, and Seb can do exactly that, but this team is going to be pretty upset about losing that safe lane tier 1 tower. Let's hope they have a counterplay in mind for it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? They were saying it's very greedy from the side of OG. You know, this Morphling and Alchemist. Both these guys are going to need a bit of space. I mean, one's not really going to be able to create too much space for another, and Ilias just comes in and takes this Alchemist creep. He enchants one of them and then kills the other. He's going on a bit of adventure. Yum, yum, yum. DM, you should have gone to the bounty rune at 10 minutes. He could actually be in some trouble here. Thompson with his haste rune is just going to keep on following this Magnus. Hey buddy, what's up? RP! Drop from DM just at the right time. I mean, it's not the happiest way, though. If they turn it into a kill, it would be the happiest way to use it. Let's see what they can do to Thompson here. Spirit Vessel's actually out onto him. Where did that come from? Thompson, he's suddenly in a whole world of difficulty. Going for the TP out onto the high ground. Nothing to stop him doing that. And he is going to get himself away. So that's going to be the RP put to waste. And a really nice space-making play from Thompson there. Yeah, and that is the Conquer Spirit Vessel come out very early, but I mean, not getting a kill with that first charge is definitely disappointing for GPK.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
No. Yeah, 40 seconds still until that one is there. No RP, no ship, only Chronosphere. But they just feel like they're stronger due to the fact that, you know, they're playing into Morphling and Alchemist. These two heroes do not want to be on the map too much right now. But right now, OG are getting away with this draft considerably.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yep. They will have to work very hard. I mean, I think that's what they were doing with this smoke we just now saw in the bottom side of the map, moving in, just got spotted. And the moment they were revealed, they were like, I'm scared now. But, oh god. Oh no. Mid one is doing his best Jeff Bezos impression in this game, as he is just getting money, money, money. Richest man in the game. Meanwhile, yep, he's just doing his Morphling thing, making space, gets the strength more focal with the Spirit Vessel onto him as well. This might be enough damage to take him down. Let's see what they can do. Yep, there comes the burst, there comes the damage, and they will kill off Thompson this time around. So, I mean, his team didn't even seem to care. I mean, I think Saxa threw in maybe like a Fade Bolt and then Time walked away. They were just like, it's just Thompson doing Thompson things, you know, it's fine. However, mid one, oh no, the X out on Tim. In comes the Spirit Vessel onto him as well. The stolen boat, though, thrown onto him to tank him up. And all of a sudden, Virtus Pro, they don't seem to have that same spring in their step they had just a second ago. DM does have that RP, but in terms of ultimates, that's about all they've got. Everything else was thrown onto Thompson's face. They're realizing that maybe they can't really fight into this horde. Look at the absolute horde of creeps here from those tail of Seb. Seb is walking in an interesting direction, maybe in a bit of trouble. The team coming to save him. Well, the roar comes down. Seb will fall. Saxa jumping into the middle of this, just walking into all these heroes to get off a big old time dilation. DM cannot find it. He's actually out of mana, and he's going to get cut down by Thompson. I don't know where his mana went. Oh, that Harpy Stormcrafter is being very, very cheeky this game. That is actually a huge pain in the ass for DM, as he actually ran out of mana for the RP as he walked up that high ground and ended up dying and just looking a little bit awkward there. But that was some really nice little plays there from OG. I love this gameplay from Thompson, you know, he's just playing this Morphling, and he's just casually walking around the enemy side of the map, forcing out a bunch of spells. Like, yeah, he's died once or twice, but then he's just giving waveforms away. It's a really weird kind of gameplay he's using. He's just walking on the enemy side of the map. That's his method of making space this game, and I mean, they're 3k gold up, you can't really complain about it. Yeah, there's been very little pressure put into him, like one gank into his neighborhood. He is feeling very unperturbed right now. VP, they need to find something. They've got this Mask of Madness and the Yasha on the Faceless Void. I mean, he's had an okay game. It doesn't look good when you look at this net worth chart, but he's doing okay. He could have had a lot more if he was just farming, but he's trying to make plays with his team, which you completely understand. But at the same time,
Radiant structures are fortified.
Here they go. Chronosphere comes down, landing onto two. Great Chronosphere. They managed to catch Sax on the backlines. Hammer's not going to keep Sax alive for the time being, but no, they will fall. Both of them disappear. No Tail's going to go down as well here, I believe. Seb trying to save his buddy with the roar, but realizing there is nothing to be done, running himself away, and that is just 3 clean kills from VP in the middle lane. And now they can look to take down this tier 1. And finally, the tier 1 will fall. It is 60 minutes into the game where it will die, but now the map really gets opened up for them, and they can start to put some real pressure onto the side of OG and start to own this side of the map. Thompson going for a cheeky kill onto Ilias here again, just playing on the enemy side of the map, stealing the Void form, getting the time walk away. X-Marks drags him back, but he doesn't really seem to care. Even with the Spirit Vessel on him, Thompson is more than tanky enough to keep on playing, and they're going on the aggressive here. Just Thompson and Saxa, the 2-man squad, going 1 versus 4 without a care in the world, because they know there's backup coming. Mid one is nearby, and the rest of the team, I mean, well, No Tail is nowhere nearby. He's off in the jungle finding himself some creeps, but the others pro, just without their ultimates, aren't confident enough to go and fight this. Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, because Saxon was doing the same thing. I mean, he's currently got time dilation. We saw him in the last fight running into the middle of everyone just to pop time dilation. Like, they clearly value this interaction a lot. And this is their way of countering this Faceless Void. And, well, so far so good. OG, with only 2 kills, might I add, are trying to breach high ground at this point, or at least put a ton of pressure on mid one. Feeling very confident with this Manta, with his team behind him. More than happy to just come and sit up here. Meanwhile, Seb's going to get dragged back by the X-Marks. Enchant used on Tim as well. He's not too bothered though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, his spells just lend himself so much better to fighting than the Alchemists do, so he does want to be further ahead than he is currently. Virtus Pro with that one really good fight at mid is certainly looking like they are taking this game into their hands.
Under attack.
OG again, kind of just victims of this very slow draft, but they're trying to play the map as best they can, and they're doing very well so far, but at the same time, VP is tightening that noose, so they start to put the pressure up in the top lane, and OG try to return it in the mid lane. Their push is very, very strong, of course, with all these creeps, with no tells presence, and Tops are just full agi whacking away at that tower, so it is looking like it's going to be a trade.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Yeah, there is always that threat. Does Manta get rid of the time dilation as well? Oh, okay. That's pretty nice then. Thank you, Theban, as OG just continuing to knock on the doors of Virtus Pro. Hello, anybody home? Interesting game. A very tactical game, it feels like, in the opening match of the series. Who would you say is actually ahead right now? Because obviously, you know, the numbers look all shiny. 5k gold lead for OG, 4k gold lead for OG, but they have the Alchemist. Who really would you put ahead at this point?
We'll take that.
Yeah, and you can see his reluctance to come up the river, come up these stairs. Oh, we got a smoke on smoke here. Epileptick1d, he's going to find a huge chronosphere, but no, he gets lifted. He wasn't quick enough. Another good jump around the chronosphere does eventually come down. The Alchemist on the front of it. Maybe that's to bring us down. Meanwhile, RP dragging 2 heroes into that chrono. An amazing play from DM to lock down 2 extra heroes. Oh, dearie me, it comes crashing down for OG Virtus Pro. That is how you chrono. And DM just grabbing 2 extra heroes and just scooping them onto the side of the chrono, plus them onto the side of it. That was beautiful. The hesitation for epileptic1d nearly cost them the fight, but in the end, they fix it, they come through, and they have themselves now Roshan's claim as their victory trophy. My goodness, what a play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
There's just too many ultimates in your face to deal with at that point. Yeah, that was, wow, that fight was over before it began. And you could see it setting up for something beautiful as they broke that high ground, but man, I didn't expect it to go that way. But at this point, can they start fights into Aegis?
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's when you're playing into these big cooldown lineouts, you kind of need someone to be going out and, you know, forcing them to use ultimates, really. Forcing them to use ultimates, forcing cooldowns out. Now, unfortunately, you know, whilst Thompson was making a lot of space for the Alchemist on this Morphling, at this point in the game, no one's really able to do that. But then again, I don't know. You're kind of looking for duos of heroes who can do that together. And when Virtus Pro are playing like this, it's just very hard to find weaknesses. Still They are being aggressive on OG, interestingly. I mean, they know these ultimates are down for a little bit. The Chronosphere is not available, so they'll take the tier 2 with the space they have. They do have an X marks out onto No-Tail, though. This might be the consolation prize for Virtus Pro here, as GPK gets on top of him. No-Tail, with all his little creep army here, is probably going to lose his life. Although, that said, Sentinel's going to slow him down. No-Tail on the run. Can he get himself away? There's an Astral Spirit following him. Torrent will miss. The most high-speed chase I've ever seen. Look at him, into the trees. Give him the sidestep. GPK, will he see him? He will not. He didn't have boots. Wow. Just bought them in the fountain. Suddenly realized, yeah, I probably need some boots if I'm going to get in that situation again. But just walk away. Apparently, that's all you need to do. That can happen sometimes. Yeah. He's got 408 on my screen, so yeah, that's one of those weird bugs. Sometimes the attack and move speed values are bugged for themselves. Anyway, Faceless Void having a bit of fun right here. Does man to dodge the stun, very nice. We're on the backlines, but Seb's actually the one who's been put to sleep, and epileptick1d just gets the book and starts wheeling away. They'll try and heal him with a hand of God, but it's not enough. The Torrent Storm comes down, just defending the retreat here for Virtus Pro as they back themselves away. But they might not be done. Epileptick1d comes in from around the side, looks at No-Tail, gives him a bit of a cuddle. Oh, drops a Chrono again, catching out the Alchemist, immediately turning to aggress. But Zaxxer is there with the lift to try and throw him out. Can they save mid one, though? That is a question. He does have himself a Manta when he gets out of his sleep. Can he get himself away? The Manta pops, disjoints the impetus, and does get himself away. So No-Tail will be the only one to die here. He's going to fight back, though, in a desperate attempt to try and make this defense work for them. Then one just throws out a stun on to save. Meanwhile, the backline Thompson finds a cheeky little sniping play. Can he get himself away, though? Well, he steals that void form, but skewered back into the arms of epileptick1d, who happily bashes away at Thompson, taking him down. Another kill for the side of Virtus Pro. He does get the kill onto GPK on the backlines Thompson, but will also pay with his life.
Time is money. You're a trusty mate.
Yeah, well, OG kind of just saw it and they were like, oh, okay, we'll just wait here until that one's over, and actually kind of enabled Thompson to make the long wraparound play to then get the kill into GPK. So yeah, a bit awkward.
Get lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Yeah, it's a shame. He kind of was like, oh, my team will finish him up, but he was on the high ground here, and his team were on like the low ground down here. So with the Chrono being at this point, they couldn't actually reach the Chen, so they just had to drop everything onto the Alchemist instead. A little bit awkward, but still getting away with it. Meanwhile, DM, he's being controlled up good and proper here. 2 Sentinels just chain locking him down, and he's going to lose his life. A little bit clumsy there. It's another Torrent Storm, just, I don't know, cosmetic Torrent Storm it feels like at this point. Guess.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nope.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see how the next few minutes play out with these, with this next Roshan being the critical objective, really. And OG feels like they're back in the driving seat somewhat. I mean, they've always been in control of this map, it feels like. Virtus Pro, they're kings of the team fight, but OG are kings of the map. Meanwhile, Enchantress Courier is kind of just getting rid damage on the high ground as Void jumps in. Doesn't land the Chrono though, as he doesn't really want to, and is now getting controlled up by the Chen. Very annoying, this guy, but with the Satanic, he's just not taking much damage quite yet. Now a man to jump forward, now dropping the Chrono Sphere onto the Chen and the Alchemist. Once again, the same usual suspects trapped inside that Chrono. They'll even drop the RP just to make sure they bring him on down. They'll look across the No-Tail as well. He's going to pop the Hand of God, but will most certainly get taken out. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, they're looking over towards the Thompson, who of course has jumped himself into the middle of the fight, but unfortunately this time can't bring down the Elder Titan and will run himself away. So a very awkward fight there from OG. Again, these Chronos, you know, as I said, kings of the team fight Virtus Pro. They are not going to go down easy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and like, let's be real, right? That wasn't a great RP, you know? The guy was still Chronosphere. I'm pretty sure he still died inside Chronosphere. The fact that they can just waste their RP near enough on this Alchemist, you know, the DPS RP, it's kind of just showing how good these team fights are looking for Virtus Pro right now. I guess it all depends on what OG can do now once these cooldowns are down, because, you know, Roche isn't up just yet. May respawn in 13 seconds. Both teams will know this. So it's really about what OG are going to get done on the map at this point. I mean, it's just a crazy game when we're at 17-4 on the scoreline, yet OG is still feeling like they're the ones going to be in control for the next minute or so. Crazy game.
Dire are scanning.
Short respawn, that favors OG. Some galaxy brain shit, but I think you might be right. I mean, now they jump forward. Seb just jumping into his faces right now. I mean, this is just a complete change in tempo from earlier. It really is cat and mouse, but a game of cat and mouse where the cat changes positions every time, every kind of couple of minutes. So into the Roche pit we go. OG, yeah, they want it. Oh, great. There you go. That's lovely. Do love a bit of that. Mid one. They find themselves a conquer. Lift up from Saxa, finding the pick off hit. Look at the damage they're doing as well. The dual play does. Chick's gonna pitch him off, and the RP comes down. Lock it down. The Alchemist could be in some real trouble. If he can get away from Epileptic, he might be okay. Meanwhile, Thompson being knocked down the back lines, has to try and play around this one, but he's gonna get dropped. Mid one just throwing his face into the mix right now. But even without their ultimates, they're still fine. Virtus Pro take the fight easily. The only hero they nearly drop is GPK, but he manages to just about survive through it. And Virtus Pro can now look towards taking Roshan. Man, I mean, oh, what? GG. Oh, okay. Well,
Radiant.
all right. I guess that's it. I mean,